Hey guys, Patrick here. Hope you're doing great. I'm a PhD student at Oxford, but it took me a while to get here. So I used to be really bad in secondary school. Frankly, I just didn't care about my own education. In 2011, when I was still small and chubby, I started going to the gym and followed a workout from a fitness guy called Greg Plitt. Greg Plitt used to be in the military and he was just super energetic, motivational, inspirational. So his mindset was just insane. The way he instilled inspiration and motivation into your body and your mind was just unparalleled to anything that I've ever seen before at that time. In this video, I want to share the 3 best lessons that I learned from Greg Plitt that has helped me shape the person that I am today. And honestly, no matter what you do in your life right now, I think these are hugely valuable. Let's go.
When you have a purpose for every action has a result.
A really good example of this one is Simon Sinek's The Golden Circle. Now, he thinks that this model can explain why some leaders like Steve Jobs were able to inspire and motivate better than other leaders, and why, or potentially why, some corporations are able to perform better. It's structured in the following way. Outside you have the what. What do you do? Inside of this is the how. So how do you do what you do? And the why is the innermost circle. What is your purpose? What is your motivation? So tell me, why do you want to exercise? I want to be able to eat more. That's not a why. Well, I want to look good for the summer. How about that? So that is actually called an extrinsic motivation. That will not keep you intrinsically motivated for a long period of time. Jeez, fine. I want to maximize the potential of my immune system so I can fight off illnesses better and live for long enough to see my grandchildren grow up. Now that is a purpose. True intrinsic motive. But I want to have my summer body. I think a really good example of this one is why I am doing a PhD. So I used to work in a well-paid job in finance, and at the time at least, it didn't intrinsically fulfill me in the way that I was hoping to. So broadly, I want to contribute to our understanding of diseases and cancer because I think this will, drive forwards our humanity in the long run. So that is my raw purpose, my why. And how am I doing this one? Well, I think the best way to do this is to pursue a multi-year PhD research, and that is what I am doing right now. I want to encourage you to think about your actions and your goals in this way. Why do you really want to do it? I think answering this will go a long way.
Follow through what you said. You will feel a high that you've never felt before. When you follow through on things in life, guys, you achieve the confidence, the mentality that anything's possible.
This one really hits home. I think a perfect example of this one are New Year's resolution. The idea of starting with a fresh new canvas, new goals, new habits that you want to obtain. So, you've had your break and now it's time to attack your ambitions. The problem here is that, at least in my case, I seem to be overly confident in the things that I think are obtainable within just 12 months. So this is an area that I'm actively working on, and I am putting this out on YouTube to keep myself accountable. But this year I've decided to take a different approach in terms of setting myself goals, and maybe there are some useful takeaways for you. 1, be a little less ambitious. What do you mean? Wait, Mum, just hear me out on this one because I think it actually makes sense. You know that saying that goes, it's better to under-promise, over-deliver than over-promise and under-deliver. Well, I'm trying to apply that to my case here. So this year I've decided to make less goals and for each of them make them more realistic. So that way it is more manageable, and I think it's one way to make continuous progress in my professional and personal developments. And at the end of the year, I'm able to reflect back and say, I achieved 90% or maybe even all of the goals. And I think that has a much better psychological effect on you than just saying, I just managed to achieve half. 2, try out a 30-day challenge. Now this is actually amazing. Let me tell you a story. I used to think of my goals in terms of long-term only. So for instance, do more exercise in the following year so that I have better health in the long run. Or take part in online courses so that I further develop my skills in that area. But I recently came across the idea of doing a 30-day challenge for one goal. In my case, I tried a 30-day challenge in May, trying to wake up at 5 a.m. every single day. And the idea was to just, give it a go, see if I'm able to work more efficiently at different times of the day. So when you set a goal, do it for 30 days and then get it done, you realize that you're able to start and commit to something until completion. That boost in confidence, I think, can translate into so many other things. The mentality of, I can actually do this. This 30-day challenge is a real life hack. 2, it could turn into a long-term habit. So the 5 a.m. wake up has been a fundamental change in my life. So I'm going to continue this in the future. This started off as a standalone 30-day challenge, and it is now currently a 2-month activity. I love doing it, and I will probably continue doing this one in the future.
Second by second, you lose the opportunity to become the person you want to be. Or you can stop making excuses and take charge of your life.
So from my experience, a lot of the times I will plan out something and then say that I want to start on this day. And it could be the next day, the start of the next week, start of the next month, anything really. But the point is, I have difficulties starting that task or that goal or that new habit the moment I think about it. For example, one of my goals is to read one book per month. Now, I'm not a fast reader, and actually for most of my life, I didn't really touch books. It's just not something that I was interested in. But it's one of the new habits that I'm trying to develop. And so what I do is I dedicate my evenings towards reading a book. So ideally before bedtime, I would read on a good day maybe 50 pages, and on a less good day maybe 10 pages. And for me, what's really important is that I stay consistent with my goal. So this is how I roll. Start of the day, I am super motivated to do X, Y, Z, including reading in the evening. And then when reality hits in the evening, And this is what Greg Plitt is trying to say. As time goes on, you lose the opportunity that you want to be. And honestly, you just need to, I need to stop making excuses with this whole reading thing in the evening and just do it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you learned something new today, please consider tapping that like button and subscribe button. I love you guys. See you in the next one.